Welcome to the Dazzling Chap. In today's video we cry havoc and unleash the dogs of war and enjoy a bit of this complete lunatic.
Literal vampire pot and the goblins are hobbling round coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go
Welcome to the channel. Today's model is at 35mm scale, the same as those teeny models you get playing Warhammer games and such like. It's about as small as I can go at the minute, but it costs a lot less in terms of how much clay I use up, so gotta love those savings. We start as always with an armature glued to cardboard and covered in green stuff. We end up with a skinny green lurcher of a pup, not unlike this little fellow.
One puppy really stands out from the litter. This little guy with his coat of green fur. They appropriately named him Pistachio.
Since I started making miniature models all of 2 months ago, I've been wanting to make a pug. I don't know why exactly, probably because of their little faces. Look at their little faces. Look at their little faces. So then on to the polymer clay. My favourite is Super Sculpey Firm, mainly because I haven't actually tried any of the others yet, and we start to build up the volume of the stubby-legged critter. Oh, throughout this video you'll just have to get used to gratuitous footage of a dog's butt, I'm afraid. Sorry about that. Be thankful that you didn't have to spend hours staring at the thing up close while you made it. Then I build up some fatty neck rolls like our fat cyborg chap the other week, and build up a slightly cartoonish looking pug face. They're very upturned, squished little faces. Oh, look at his little face. Alright, sorry, I'll stop that now. Oh, who's a good boy then, eh? And then add some properly big bug eyes and start to scratch some texture into the surface. Pleased so far with his pose. It has a sort of regal war dog flavour to it, with his nose up in the air like that. And his butt is looking rather fine at the moment.
Today I will tell you the best way to wipe your butt after you poop. I'm Nurse Swamp, and this is Butt Talks.
Then I want to do a saddle, which I'll later rip off in disgust at just how rubbish it is, so we can start to seat our rider properly. Roll it out, wrap it round, and that will do for now. We're all about professionalism around here. Now on to the skinny chap. A quick check to make sure he fits the saddle properly and that I'm happy with the pose, and then on to the modelling. He's a bit too small to use green stuff at this scale, and also because I've kind of run out and couldn't be bothered to go to the shops to get some more. So I glue the unbaked sculpey onto the wire with super glue. It seems to work without too many issues, so bonus for me. Then I draw out some rough anatomy and dimensions using a needle glued to an old paintbrush handle and start giving the dude some breeches. At this point I decided the little man was going to be in a sort of American Civil War style military uniform. The buttons and sash and riding trousers and long boots and so on.
Move, you bastards! Bastards. You tin-coat bastard. You bastard. You're a Scots bastard.
I like the idea of having a tiny upper crust sort of fellow with a big handlebar moustache and monocle riding a pug. Because really, when you have nothing else in life to keep you amused. So with that in mind, I start putting on the layer of clothing with a simple shirt and a high collar. And then, because I have no sense of the order of things, I start to work on the face. So the clay never dries out or anything, so we can just keep shaping. Oh, let's forget the wonky face and do an arm instead. That makes sense. Then back to the face. Then the coat. Then the face again. Then the boots. Brilliant. And finally, the face is good enough to obscure with a good old Yosemite Sam moustache. You can see here that the eyes are creepy vacant holes in his face at the moment. I tend to do eyes last, just to amp up the drama of getting them terribly wrong and ruining all my work up to that point.
Brutus! It's all right, Brutus, you can come out now. Come on. Atta boy. My loyal steed. Steady. Forward.
And then it's back to the clothes again with a big wingtip collar which will fasten down around his neck in a second. Next we roll out a simple shape and fold it over to make a pretty simple yet effective Admiral style hat. Looks pretty sweet. All the usual bits of gubbins are left to do at the end. A sword carved out of a bamboo stick and some big fancy cuffs and boots and hands and so on. But once we've got all that out of the way, then we'll call that one done. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this stuff and want me to paint or sculpt more things or have suggestions for what to do next, then do like, subscribe, let me know in the comments. You know the drill. We'll be back in a few days with another video. In the meantime, let's rub Vic's Vapor Rub on our bellies and practice primal screaming until we get our movie trailer voice right, and then we can get on with the backstory.
There is a particular breed of hero that arises from the aristocracy. They carry a great sense of duty and bravery, which usually makes up for a lack of a chin or any brain cells. Sir Humbert Magnanimous was such a hero. With Shakespeare relentlessly beating into his empty skull at boarding school, he believes firmly in Mark Antony's famous exhortation, "Cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war." He just took it a bit too literally is all. And so he rides his faithful pug Brian to the battlefield.